Pulling away pretty nicely up at the front, and Buemi heading towards the gravel. Meanwhile, it's side by side further back as Nato attacks Lotterer, and Buemi's going to get hit. Lotterer at the scene of the accident once again spins Buemi around. He was fighting with Nato. There's a crunch of carbon further back as well, and Buemi is just having to wait for everybody to rejoin, and the Swiss has been sent right to the back of the field once again. Lotterer getting involved in a crash.
I mean, he just harpooned Buemi, didn't he? You know, I think they were busy in that fight, Nato and Lotterer, and Buemi was the innocent victim on that occasion. Meanwhile, Alex Lynn all over the back of the BMW there, Max Gunther. They head down towards turn one. The attack mode activation zone is open, so these drivers will be able to run wide at turn 8 and use that if they choose. Here's Lynn now heading down towards turn 2. Gunther covers the inside line, so Alex tries to go. He should have grip on the outside in these conditions.
Lynn to the outside, maybe a little bit of a bang of wheels there, and Gunther holds the position.
Full course yellow in 5.
Full course yellow coming.
3, 2, 1. Full course yellow, full course yellow.
Full course yellow deployed. Everybody has to slow down to 50 kilometers per hour. And De Costa is leading the way. Gunther is second, Lynn is third, De Vries is fourth, Norman Nato completes the top 5 as we have had a frantic lap of action in Valencia. So De Costa has built up a sort of 2-second lead up at the front. We've got Gunther and Lynn in second and third. Buemi can't get going. That's the reason for the full course yellow. So I wonder if he's beached in the gravel or something. Oh yeah, he looks pretty beached. That's what it is.
The 23 car is still in the same location.
I mean, there's
just be aware, observe the flags,
such a narrow bit of gravel,
yellow.
really, isn't it? But unfortunately, for in the rear wheels are just sunk in the ground as we see Nico Muller
serving his drive-through penalty, which I guess under full course yellow is a nice time for it to happen.
Yeah, no, it's good to get that out of the way, wasn't it? That's a good move from them.
So here's a look at it. Buemi's in the black and red car, and then you see the two cars side by side here. Lotterer in the Porsche just tries to outbrake him.
Yeah, I mean, you know, Buemi was clearing away around the corner, and Lotterer was so focused on his battle there with the Venturi car, he just you know, left his braking way too late, went in too quickly, and then reversed into the path of the Jake Dennis BMW. Yeah. So yeah, even more chaos. And I think it was Jev, wasn't it? Was it Jean-Luc Verne got caught up?
Yeah, I think, and a full safety car now deployed. I think Nick Cassidy also had to take evasive action as well. There you can see Cassidy taking the evasive action, and there, yeah, Verne and Dennis were fighting into that corner and had to squeeze their way around and try and get through. I thought some of them were going in the gravel here, but maybe that was an intentional plan at turn 8 to go that wide. Yeah,
unfortunately for Lotterer, I can probably see a penalty coming his way, can't you, for that for that move on Buemi. I don't think either he or Porsche could argue that one, unfortunately.
Here's a look at it from inside the corner. Side by side, front to back. So we're behind the safety car in round 5 of the ABB FIA Formula E World Championship because Sebastian Buemi is stuck in the gravel trap at the exit. Well, he's not. He's out of the car.
In his first attack mode, but he's left it quite late. Until now, he hadn't done any of his, or either of his attack modes, I should say. So, yeah, some interesting strategies going on. We've got a yellow out somewhere.
Turn 8. So, and I think it's set down another safety car.
Okay, Nick, we're good on energy. We can push.
We're good on energy, we can push, is the message to Nick De Vries, but the safety car is deployed at Sete Camera. Sete Camera in the gravel, and so I think that's turn 9, isn't it? Has he had a collision now as well out there, Sergio Sete Camera? He's in the same place as Sebastian Buemi. De Costa, though, is still leading the way.
Something's happened with Van Dorn.
Yeah, Stoffel Van Dorn has dropped down to 19th place. He was making good progress, was ahead of Bird. Bird suddenly is up into 11th place. Evans pits. So Mitch Evans comes into the pits. So maybe Evans has activated his first attack mode, and as they're then coming down into 9, has had a collision with Sete Camera. Obviously, we'll wait until we see it, but it's always fun to guess.
Yeah, I think Sete Camera was running close to Van Dorn as well. So I don't know if something's happened between those two guys. I'm sure We'll find out in a minute. Set a camera out of the car. Evans is pulling into the garage as well. So, yeah, bad news for both of those drivers. So, set a camera. You can see the despondency there as Mitch Evans also now getting out of his Jaguar. This is turning into a bit of a miserable day for him and the team, although Bird now on the fringes of some points up to 11th place.
As far as the championship is concerned, this is going to be great news for Nick de Vries. He will gain 18 points as it stands, taking him up to 50 points, which would be 7 clear of Sam Bird at the top of the standings. Of course, Evans is second in the standings, and he's not going to be scoring any points today. Oh, so Van Dorn.
So Van Dorn had gone off, then he rejoins alongside
so that's
Sete
Muller.
Camera.
No, that's Muller. So
Muller.
Sete Camera is having his own issue some other time. So that was where it went wrong for Van Dorn. There he is, going through the gravel in a fairly uncharacteristic error, I have to say. Rejoins the track, side by side with the Dragon of Muller and Andre Lotterer. Oh, Sete Camera's already there. So Sete Camera's there from earlier on, and it is Evans.
Evans.
So Evans into the side of Sergio Sete Camera, spun him around, and then the other Dragon was getting involved in the fight with Van Dorn. There's a look at Sete Camera getting sent spinning into the gravel trap. That's why we have our 4th safety car of the race.
Yeah.
Alex Lynn sliding backwards. Nick Cassidy is the latest driver to get through, and Lynn is back down to 7th place. Nick de Vries was just, and Lotter is in the gravel. Lotter is the next driver beached, and that is turn 1. I wonder if there's another car to the right there, because that looks like there's some tyre tracks. And is there a car? Don't know. Yellow flag out. Cassidy still ahead of Lynn. Da Costa leading. De Vries, on that radio message we heard a moment ago, was told you are under-consuming, so you are...
Get on with it and push.
Yeah, exactly.
Basically.
Don't try and save too much energy, because you don't need to. Look, he's got 2% more than Da Costa now. Safety car deployed. Another safety car. I don't honestly know the record of safety cars, but we are...
Five seems pretty high.
Yeah, exactly. So...
Yeah, wow. I mean,
yeah,
you know, that little mini is getting a proper workout today, that's for sure. It's yeah, 5 safety cars in a space of what, 42 minutes or something. It's quite a lot already.
Yeah, Bruno Carrera has led a lot of laps of this one. So
and they're consuming a lot.
Mortara.
Yeah, we're looking.
So Lotterer now. Mortara is the next big driver to be assaulted by Lotterer. It's difficult to tell from, well, this will tell us actually. Mortara's got attack mode.
Oh. Yeah, Lotterer just too quick there, too quick. I mean, to be fair to Mortara, he did give him space, I think.
Yeah.
You know, there was enough space on the inside for him to go. But yeah, it's not been a good day for Andre Lotterer, is it? And his sort of season of woe seems to continue.
If he can crawl around, no, he goes.
He's gone.
There he goes, and it's a really good restart from Sims. Sims right on the back of Nick de Vries as they come down, and he's on the outside of de Vries.
But he can't pass to the line, though.
No, and he's attacked him. Very, very strange, and Roland is now having to back off because he knows he can't attack until the line either. Racing gets back underway. Da Costa leading. He did a good restart. De Vries is with him as they come out across the line. 2 laps to go in the first ever DHL Valencia E-Prix. Da Costa leading, de Vries second, Sims third, Roland fourth. De Vries has a lot more energy, you know, and actually it's going to be tight to get 2 laps out of 4%. This is going to be a really, really interesting final couple of laps. Jake Dennis in the background trying to get ahead of Nato, but I mean, usually, and Nato's done, look. Nato's on 0% energy. For the second race in a row, Venturi and Nato have not got the energy management right at all. De Vries,
he's got to be patient. On the final lap, he can attack. Actually, well, he doesn't need to be patient. He should attack. He should absolutely be attacking him now.
Am I being dramatic here? Is De Vries going to be the only driver to finish this race?
Well, Dennis isn't looking good, is he? 1% there.
Connect, just follow the target, follow the target.
De Vries being told to follow the target. This isn't the final lap.
No, there's one more lap.
We hit 0. We got one more lap at the end of this, and Da Costa's on 2%. Bird and Lynn and Evans, they're all on 1%. De Vries is going to be the only driver to finish this E-Prix.
Muller's got 5%.
Van Dorn might, down in 15th position. This is an absolutely remarkable end.
Lynn is in the red.
Lynn's in the red, Bird's in the red, Dennis in the red, Turvey in the red. De Vries is going to come out of the final corner. Da Costa's going to start the final lap with 1% energy. Here they come, out of the final corner and across the line. And the checker flag's not there. There's another lap. None of them have energy.
Yeah,
this is an absolute catastrophe. De Vries is going to be the only driver.
Yeah.
Maybe Cassidy.
What's going on? Look, they're all weaving around because
all of the field, apart from Mercedes, have miscalculated the length of the race. Nick De Vries on the final lap.
Your targets. Do not worry about rolling behind. Do not worry about rolling behind.
What a remarkable end to this race.
No need to defend.
Nico Muller's going to finish second.
yeah, they're telling De Vries that because they know Roland's out of energy, so that they know that these guys, they're not going to be classified. So De Vries needs to just manage his 2% and finish the race basically.
So Muller in 5th, Cassidy in 6th and Van Dorn in 7th might be able to get to the end of this race. Nico Muller might get a podium. Here he comes now, up towards the left-hander. Now this is such a... So the energy is recalculated behind the safety car. Was the recalculation too
aggressive?
Short? Did it give them no chance?
I don't know. Obviously we sitting here don't have the numbers that the FIA do. They do an adjustment based on the time spent behind the safety car, then they do a recalculated adjustment.
And the Neos have stopped. Turvey and Blomqvist have ground to a halt. The Neos are grinding to a halt. This is an unbelievable end to the Valencia E-Prix. Nick De Vries is coming down through the final couple of corners now. He's going to come out across the line and take the win. There's no doubt about that.
Okay, take a little bit of margin into the final corner. We don't want to get the ramp down on the main straight.
Here comes Nick De Vries, out across the line, the checkered flag falls, De Vries wins. But Nick De Vries wins for Mercedes EQ. Who else is going to finish with enough energy?
Clear.
Maybe Muller and Van Dorn.
Mega job. That's how you win an FE race, right there.
Here comes Muller to the line.
In that scenario 4.
And well, but here's the thing. So Roland and Sims finished 2nd and 3rd. This is going to have.
This is going to be.
This is going to be. I think what Roland and Nissan have done is
will be the first of the ones disqualified.
Yeah. Or let's get to the end and argue, because the arguments will come here from the teams that will say, behind that safety car, you reduced the energy so much that we could not get to the end of the race. Because that's basically what's happened, right?
But how would you argue that? Because different people have backed off in different ways, right? Like someone like Lynn or the Neo cars, they've completely backed out of it.
Missed it potentially. Here comes René Rast, who's charging up the field even more now. The Audi driver looking to the inside of Andre Lotterer, and Rast is suddenly up into 4th position here. In attack mode, Rast has carved through the field. There's the next attack mode being activated for John-Eric Verne, and Lynn's in the gravel at the exit of turn 9. What happened there? The Mahindra driver, who's running in 2nd place, and suddenly Jake Dennis is pulling away in front. Dilbag Gill, the team principal, will be wondering what on earth has happened. Nato is now in 2nd, Rast is 3rd, Lotterer 4th, Lynn is down to 5th position.
I don't know what happened there. It was very odd. He just suddenly seemed to slow down and then ended up wide off the track. It didn't look like he touched the inside barrier, perhaps. I'm sure we'll get another look at it in a replay. But look up at the front. Rast now getting ahead of Nato with 15 seconds to go. Oh, no, he doesn't. Nato holds him off.
Rast is absolutely charging. The Audi driver started 14th on the grid, and he's just carved through the field, and he's up into 3rd place. This is a remarkable performance from the German. Here's Lynn and Verne battling over 7th position now. They're back behind Oliver Turvey, who's running in 6th place. Da Costa's been given a black and white flag for driving standards, probably that collision a few moments ago. But here's what happened to Lynn then. The 2nd place car, the white and red Mahindra. Does he get a hit? Yeah, he gets a hit from Nato. Well, that could put Nato in a bit of trouble with the stewards, potentially. I mean, it's not a intentional move from Nato, but he's nerfed someone out of second place and gained the place because of it. Vito and Lotterer, those around him who started first and 6th and 5th on the grid respectively, and Rat started 14th. I don't know how. Roland is the only driver not to have used both attack modes, and as I say that, he does activate it. So does Lin. That's going to be close with Buemi. Buemi sees him coming, dives out of the way. Stoffel Van Dorn trying to take advantage. The Mercedes EQ, no, in the wall. Buemi turns in. Van Dorn's there, and after a strong drive through the field, it's going to be 0 points for Stoffel Van Dorn and the Mercedes EQ squad. Meanwhile, Buemi might get away with it without too much damage, but it's still Jake Dennis leading. The Neo of Tom Blomqvist is right behind. Mitch Evans is suddenly climbing up the order,
well,
and yeah.
Get to the pit lane, but yeah, that's it.
Yeah, copy.
That was a classic 2-into-1 don't go, and you know the wall wasn't going to move. Somebody had to give way there, and you know Buemi could have given him more room on the inside. At the end of the day, you know Van Dorn can't go any further to the right. Like you know, as I said, the wall doesn't move out of the way, so it need, you know, with any sort of situation where you've got a narrow track like that, drivers need to give space. Rast with just 1% less, but those top 3 guys, Jack, currently in attack mode, will be eating into that energy quicker. So Rast could still be net 4th at the end of all of this with similar energy.
Dennis, Nato, Lotterer and Rast, the top 4 have never won a Formula E race. We've got a long way to go still. There's Oliver Roland making a move on Jean-Eric Verne, so Roland getting up into 5th.
Be super efficient. We have more energy than the car behind us. Just need to be fast and efficient.
We just need to be fast and efficient.
I mean,
simple.
That's basically a summary of Formula E.
Yeah. Jake Dennis leads the way. This is a replay of Oliver Roland coming through. So Lin and Buemi. Van Dorn goes to the inside. He's sort of a quarter of the way alongside. Yeah.
Yeah, okay. He could have backed. It's a 50-50, really, isn't it? I mean, Buemi could have given him more room, but equally Van Dorn could have backed out of it as well. So it is a bit 50-50. I think.
Racing incident?
I'd put it down to a racing incident, yeah. I mean, I think, as I said, both of them are probably at fault there.
Right, let's go down to Nikki Shields in the pit lane with news from BMW.
Yeah, just a quick update from BMW Andretti, talking to the team principal, Roger Griffiths. I think he's